Welcome to the lure of temptation. Each story is a personal encounter with weakness, through which each person will rise up to escape the traps of temptation around. And today we come to the topic, why are people easily addicted to gambling? Gambling has a special and powerful attraction for all social classes, drawing them in with promises of excitement, hope, and sometimes the elusive dream of sudden wealth. But beneath the flashing lights and spinning reels lies a set of psychological, neurological, and social mechanisms that make gambling surprisingly addictive. To truly understand why people are easily drawn into gambling habits, it is important to examine this phenomenon from multiple perspectives: biological, psychological, environmental, and even cultural. The nature of gambling is not simply an entertainment activity. For some people, it becomes an urge, a habit that they cannot control or clearly explain. The seed of gambling addiction begins from the basic structure of the human brain. Our brains are inherently designed to seek rewards and pleasure. When we engage in activities that bring joy, such as eating, socializing, or achieving a goal, the brain releases a chemical called dopamine. Dopamine is often referred to as the feel-good neurotransmitter because it reinforces behaviors by making us feel happy and satisfied. Gambling hijacks this natural reward system. When someone places a bet, spins a slot machine, or participates in the lottery, the mere anticipation of reward triggers the release of dopamine, even before the outcome is known. The effect is so powerful that winning isn't even necessary to set off this pleasure response. The act of taking a risk and the possibility of winning are enough. Over time, repeated exposure to this cycle can rewire the brain's reward pathways, fostering a craving to gamble more and more regardless of wins or losses. Compounding these biological tendencies are psychological mechanisms that make gambling especially enticing. One of the most influential is known as intermittent reinforcement. Unlike other pleasurable activities that might provide a steady stream of rewards, like eating a favorite food or watching a beloved film, gambling delivers its rewards unpredictably. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you come heartbreakingly close. This unpredictable pattern of rewards is the same principle that makes slot machines, arcade games, and even social media notifications so addictive. The randomness keeps people coming back, chasing the next high, never knowing when the big win might finally happen. Another psychological factor is the near-miss effect. Imagine spinning the reels on a slot machine, and two jackpot symbols align, but the third falls just above or below the winning line. Studies have shown that near misses activate the same regions of the brain as actual wins. This tricks people into believing they're close and encourages them to keep trying, convinced their luck is about to turn. Cognitive biases further amplify the lure of gambling. Many individuals believe in the gambler's fallacy, the idea that past losses must eventually lead to a win, or that certain patterns are bound to appear. This erroneous belief drives them to continue playing, despite mounting losses. Similarly, the memory of winning, no matter how rare, tends to overshadow memories of losses, giving rise to an inflated sense of one's own luck or skill. Social and environmental factors also play a crucial role. Gambling environments are carefully crafted to maximize engagement. Bright lights, vibrant colors, energetic sounds, and the stimulating buzz of activity create a sensory-rich experience that can distract from rational decision-making. Casinos are usually windowless and clock-free, designed to make time seem irrelevant, encouraging longer play sessions. And it's not just physical casinos. Online gambling platforms use similar tricks, employing instantaneous feedback, constant alerts, and enticing promotions to keep users engaged. The social aspect of gambling should not be underestimated. For some, gambling is a group activity, a chance to bond with friends or family, to share in the collective thrill or disappointment of a bet. For others, it fills a void, offering a sense of belonging, or an escape from loneliness, stress, or other life challenges. The momentary excitement, combined with the support or encouragement of peers, can lead people deeper into risky behaviors than they might venture alone. Financial desperation can also make people particularly susceptible to gambling. Many enter gambling environments with the hope of turning a small amount of money into a windfall, viewing it as a chance for a life-changing event that might erase debt or guarantee security. These hopes are frequently exploited by persuasive advertising and enticing jackpots, making gambling seem like a legitimate path to wealth rather than a risky proposition. For some, the emotional highs and lows that come from gambling may serve as a distraction or coping mechanism. The excitement of winning, or even the narrow misses, provides a temporary escape from daily stresses, emotional pain, or feelings of inadequacy. Over time, the need to chase this escape can develop into compulsive behavior. In extreme cases, people might continue gambling despite knowing the harm it causes to their finances, relationships, and mental health, a clear sign of addiction. The accessibility and convenience of modern gambling have only intensified its addictive potential. Digital platforms bring casinos into people's homes and pockets, making it possible to place bets 24/7, anywhere in the world. The illusion of privacy, combined with the lack of physical cash transactions, replaced by a simple tap or click, creates a psychological distance from the reality of money lost, further blurring the risk involved. Beyond individual factors, cultural and societal attitudes toward gambling influence its prevalence and perceived acceptability. In some cultures, gambling is celebrated, even ritualized, as an expression of luck, skill, or bravado. National lotteries are often marketed as communal activities, with jackpots that promise to make dreams come true. Sports betting is woven into the fabric of major events, sometimes even portrayed as a way to demonstrate loyalty or expertise. These cultural narratives can normalize and glamorize gambling, masking its risks and fostering a sense of inevitability about participation. Another layer involves the economic interests of powerful industries. Gambling businesses, from casinos to online betting sites and lotteries, invest heavily in advertising and lobby for fewer restrictions. Their business models depend on users returning again and again, and so they deploy psychologically sophisticated tactics designed to prolong play and maximize spending. Loyalty points, bonuses, and targeted promotions are just a few of the tools used to keep people hooked. But not everyone who gambles develops an addiction. There are key risk factors that can make some individuals more vulnerable than others. Genetics play a role, and studies suggest that some people may inherit a predisposition to addictive behaviors. Those with a personal or family history of addiction, whether to alcohol, drugs, or other compulsive activities, are at heightened risk. Mental health conditions, such as depression, anxiety, or substance abuse issues, can also increase susceptibility, as gambling provides a temporary but false sense of relief or control. Children and adolescents who are exposed to gambling, either directly or through family attitudes, may develop unhealthy beliefs and behaviors around risk and reward. The normalization of gambling in pop culture, video games, and even mobile apps normalizes what should be recognized as risky behavior, making younger generations especially vulnerable to future problems. Preventing and treating gambling addiction requires a multi-pronged approach. First, it's important to educate people about how gambling works, including the reality that the odds always favor the house, no matter how skilled or lucky a player feels. Clear information on risk factors, warning signs, and resources for help can encourage responsible behavior. Reducing the stigma around addiction allows individuals who are struggling to seek support without shame. Supportive interventions, such as counseling, therapy, or support groups, help people understand the psychological triggers behind their gambling habits and develop healthier coping mechanisms. Some people benefit from self-exclusion programs, in which they voluntarily ban themselves from gambling environments. Others might use technological tools that block access to gambling websites. On a societal level, regulating advertising, limiting access, and making payouts less frequent or less immediate can reduce the power of environmental triggers. Ultimately, understanding why humans are prone to gambling addiction helps illuminate a broader truth about human nature. We are creatures shaped by hope, emotions, and dreams of sudden transformation. The same traits that drive innovation, exploration, and connection also make us susceptible to temptation and excess. Gambling promises excitement, wealth, escape from reality, even control over fate. But these promises, for most people, are merely illusions. The mechanisms that make gambling highly addictive are very powerful and widespread, and they demand respect, caution, and wise choices from all of us. Thanks for listening to my stories on the lure of temptation. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more great stories. See you next time.